Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 232. My name is Jason Erpelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And right now we're in the middle of the Florida summer, July 16th, 2025. 11-month window from now is going to be June 16th, 2026. And the 7-month window is going to be February 16th, 2026. And I'm just going to go into the buy and sell side of things. Now, I know Scott's big on, all the Disney parks. He's big on SeaWorld. He's big on Universal, big on Epic.
Oh my gosh.
Like, there's not a park that he hasn't seen, been to, eaten at. But today I'm going to discuss, things that don't get discussed when you come to Walt Disney World. I mean, people like to throw out the word excursions because if you go on a cruise ship, it's not what are you doing today? It's what excursion are you doing today? What excursion, So I call these excursions. So a couple things that you can do at Walt Disney World. So if you're looking for things outside the box that are not just parks, you have kayak rentals at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. You have horseback riding. You have canoe rentals. There's fishing. There's archery. You have the hoop-de-doo, show, food. There's arcades. You can go to Gatorland, which is not that far from Walt Disney World, very reasonable priced.
By Jason's house.
Yes. You can do airboat rides. There's different places throughout Central Florida that you can do airboat rides. You can do the bass excursion trips that Scott has done many times. At Walt Disney World.
Many, but
you've done
them. They've been fun.
More than once, at least.
More than once, yes.
So there's many things to do when you're here at Walt Disney World. That's not just parks. So keep that in mind. Plus, of course, a lot of families are going to have what they call pool days. So don't think that that you have to do a park every single day that you're here. There are other things you can do that are very enjoyable. While you are in Central Florida. So just keep that in mind. You can find a lot of these things are all at Disney. Of course, Gatorland's off property. But there's many things that you can do besides just going to the park. So keep that in mind because if you do rent DVC points or if you do become a DVC member, you may say, well, I can't go to Magic Kingdom all the time. There's so many other things to do besides just going to the park. So I just wanted to mention that. This doesn't get mentioned very often.
Yeah, it doesn't. A lot of times, people, you're automatically thinking of kids, you're thinking of rides, you're not thinking of stuff that, maybe your kids are away at school or your kids are grown, and there's lots of adult stuff as well. I mean, not that the parks are not adult for adults, they are. But there's a lot of other things that you're saying, I don't feel like going to the parks. I don't want to deal with the crowds. Lots of really, really cool, fun, outdoorsy things that you can do at Disney as well.
Have you ever done the horseback riding at the...
I have not. I was just asking you if you had done a canoe. I know you're a kayak guy. Have you done any canoe rentals here?
I have not, but I've done the horseback riding.
Oh. Okay.
And I will say, the horseback riding, my horseback riding experience before that was in Iowa, where... Anyway, the horseback riding at Disney is it is literally very safe. The horses are basically just walking the entire time. There's no, now you can...
Jason used to ride horseback, bare-chested, riding through fields of corn in Iowa, just galloping.
Well, I feel like in Iowa,
in the wind back
you'd go somewhere, there was a group in college, we would go, and then you would, you'd gallop for quite a ways, and then, but at Disney, it's very, again, I'm not a horse expert by any means, but these horses are very, I guess, well-trained, I'm trying to say, but it's strictly walking, which is very safe because...
Are you with a guide?
Oh, yeah, guide.
Okay. I was like, you're not...
But of course, the guy's not on the horse with you. I mean, you're on your own horse. Yeah. So, I was like, wow, I was just impressed that, because again, at the time that we went, my kids were probably under 10. So I'm not looking to gallop with, so I was happy but I was very impressed with the situation. So, just know that if you go, it's a very, safe experience. So
Very nice.
Did you do horseback riding in New York or?
I went once on a trip to Maryland with my wife and another couple. I remember not liking it very much. Because I didn't like it just because I didn't feel in control. I felt like the horse could buck me at any time. Like I didn't like the feeling. When I'm driving a car, at least I'm in control. Like on the horse, I was just like, other people I'm sure know what they're doing. I'm just holding on, and whatever this horse is doing, I'm doing too, because I can't do anything. And I didn't like not feeling in control of the situation.
So, I mean, that's what I felt like when I was in Iowa.
Okay, good.
Because it's like...
Good. It's not just me. I just did not like the feeling of not being in control.
Because, I mean, not that you guys want to hear a horse story, but I just...
Tell us the horse story, Jason.
I was on a horse, and then all of a sudden my horse is like getting into it with another horse. And I'm like, there was like a person, and I was like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, your horse... he has to be the leader. That other horse got in front, and so now he doesn't like it. And I was like, "Can I get a less aggressive horse? Like, why is
fighting horses
horse?" So it doesn't happen at Disney. Like, again, like, not that I'm being crazy with like the Disney magic, but like the Disney horses are very.
I like that story.
They're just very well-mannered.
Horse has to be the leader, and that other horse cut in front of him, so your horse is mad now.
Yeah, I was like,
can I get a horse without an attitude?
Yeah, I'm like, listen,
I want the happy-go-lucky horse who's just like, hey, let's be safe together and just get through this.
Exactly.
Not somebody trying to pick a fight with another horse. I just want to survive this.
Exactly. That's exactly what's going through my mind. And now we're on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So guess where I am today, Jason?
Don't tell me it's SeaWorld.
I am still getting free food at SeaWorld. And we are still at the Voyager Smokehouse getting our second dessert. And this was the strawberry cupcake with strawberry icing for $8.99.
So wait, when you say these prices, you didn't pay these prices?
No, these were all, we got the cards for free stuff. So I just will let people know what the prices are. So if you go there,
So 2 weeks ago when there wasn't enough sugar, that was free too?
That was free as well.
Oh, wow.
Everything I've eaten so far, the brisket, the ribs, the cheesecake with the strawberries on
There hasn't been any
it has not cost me a dime out of pocket.
There's been no transaction.
But besides saying, here's
you just flash your ID.
Nice. I gave them. They gave a little ticket to each of us, and gave our ticket for here's all my free stuff, and I got the free food.
Nice.
So mind you, in my mind, when I'm doing these reviews, I'm thinking this is free. The main issue with this is with all this strawberry is that there's zero strawberry taste in any of it. This was a supposed to be strawberry flavored cupcake with strawberry icing. There was no strawberry taste.
How is that even possible?
Any of it. And it left, the icing on there left your tongue feeling slimy. I literally did not want to take a second bite of this. I mean, this is one of the worst desserts I've had on any of the properties.
This is probably a good reason why you don't do these things live. Because you probably would not be as truthful.
Or watching me, like, who's just saying about that cupcake? But I mean, my wife thought this left a metallic taste in her mouth as well. I mean, this was just horrible. I gave it.
Sorry, and I already forgot. Where was this at SeaWorld?
This is the Voyager Smokehouse. This is the place that has the brisket, and has the ribs. The brisket was fair. The ribs were fair, not very good. This was just absolutely terrible. I gave this a 3.7. I mean, again, literally took a bite of this and did not want a second bite after that. Just regretted it immediately. Like their cheesecake, much, much better than this. The cheesecake wasn't great. This was just literally terrible. Anything you whipped up, Duncan Hines in your house would have blown this away. Terrible.
And now we're on to the DVC-rental side of things.
On the rental side, we're going to do another featured resort section, and this one is going to be at Aulani. Now, in all fairness, this is the only DVC resort I have not stayed at yet, and a lot of these words are in Hawaiian, Polynesian, so I'm going to butcher the heck out of these names. I apologize up front. Please don't come after me in the comments. I know it's going to be bad. So, Aulani opened in August 29th, 2011. It's located on Oahu in the Ko'olina Resort area on the western shore. There's a total of 832 rooms, 351 hotel rooms and suites, and 281 are Disney Vacation Club rooms. From the moment you arrive, you notice Aulani's deep respect for Hawaiian culture, resort's architecture, artwork, landscaping, and even its name is the messenger of a chief, are infused in local traditions and stories. It's a destination itself, boasting an array of activities, amenities to keep guests entertained. You've got the, Waikolohe Valley, the heart of Aulani's aquatic playground. Waikolohe Pool, zero entry pool with the lazy river style pool with relaxing floats. You've got the volcanic vertical and tubestone curl, which is a water slide built into the faux volcanic rock foundations. When I did this, I was like, all these names would be really, really hard to pronounce. And they have an interactive play structure for younger children, Rainbow Reef, a stunning saltwater snorkeling lagoon with lots of tropical fish. There is additional fee for that one. There's the Kamaka Grotto, Infinity Edge pool overlooking the ocean, complete with a misty grotto and nearby whirlpool spa. That sounds really, really good right now. They've got shaved ice there. You've got the beaches and the lagoon. You're on the ocean, but there's also a calm lagoon, perfect for swimming, paddleboarding, and kayaking. There's the Disney Spa, Lanawai, Disney Spa indulgent, rejuvenating experience at award-winning spa. There's the Painted Sky, whimsical salon in Kikai, the children's spa, offering fun makeovers and treatments for younger guests. The thing is, truthfully, even if I went here and I'd stayed here previously, I'd still be butchering these names, so it's really not that bad. You've got Auntie's Beach House, complimentary kids club, 3 to 12. Actually, I remember that was closed for a while. I'm hoping they reopen that, Auntie's Beach House. Not 100% sure if that is officially reopened yet. It probably is, but I'm not sure now. You've got the luau that they provide at Aulani. There's also outside luau's that, truthfully, I've heard are a little less expensive and possibly a little bit better than the one at Disney. You've never done have you done a luau before? Did you do the one that you said at Grand Floridian back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, I've done a luau. I can't remember where. Believe it or not, I did a luau one time at my apartment complex back in like 2000. This apartment complex had like a party every 6 months, and they had a big luau.
This is here
in Orlando. Yeah,
Orlando. It was very nice. The apartment complex.
Yes, very nice.
They have roast pig.
Yeah, I mean, it was real deal.
I could go for some roast pig. They have the Olelo room, which is a lounge where you can learn basic Hawaiian phrases and probably how to pronounce these words that I'm butchering. They have an evening celebration featuring storytelling, hula, and Disney characters on the beach. The starlit Hawaii, man, it's killing me. Why did I do this to myself? They got shopping boutique offering curated selection of Disney merchandise, Hawaiian crafts, and resort wear. Makalala.
Let me ask you this though.
It's a brilliant idea of me.
Do you have any plans to go to Aulani in the future?
I'd love to go there sometime. It's just it's a far trip, so I figured I'll do a long stay, or maybe like I'll fly into like LAX and do Disneyland for like 2 or 3 nights. Then do another 6 hours over to Hawaii, do Hawaii for a while, then maybe on the way back, stop at Disneyland for a night or two. So that way you're not doing like the whole long distance thing. Have these little breaks where stop and hit Disneyland.
Because you haven't been to, I haven't been to Hawaii, period. You haven't
been to Hawaii.
Okay. So I didn't know if you were thinking maybe you'd rather do a Hawaii cruise over Aulani, or if you thought about it that much.
I thought about Hawaii cruises in the past as well, at least because obviously there's lots of different islands to check out. They're very, very different. I'd like to check out where they filmed Jurassic Park. That looks really cool as well. So
I don't know if you want to get back to your thing or...
Yeah, I have a lot of these things written down. I should probably stop doing them. I'm just embarrassing myself at this point. So lots of great places to eat as well. Beachfront restaurant. They've got character dining at different restaurants. Off the Hook, which is a poolside lounge. Grab and go at the kiosks. The Ulu Cafe, quick style restaurant. And they got the Papalua shaved ice, which, as mentioned before, is a must-try Hawaiian treat. I've heard really, really good things about the Papalua shaved ice. So that's the last thing I've had on here. I'm not trying to pronounce anything additional because that was embarrassing enough.
So I got some questions for you about this resort.
Sure.
Why do you think it's taking so long to sell out the resort?
Because
what are we going on? 15 years here?
Yeah, it's what I said. It opened in It's been is it 15 years out. Actually, it's
14?
14 years right now. 14 years, still not sold out. The thing is, I guess when you're buying DVC and you know that you can stay at your resort and you can stay anywhere else in 7 months, people aren't planning on going to Hawaii very often. So, why it doesn't make sense to really own there to get the 11-month window. People go to Hawaii, probably going to go, say you're a big Hawaii fan, maybe you're going to go once every 3 years, 4 years, where Disney...
Unless you live in California, which is a small percentage.
It's still a 6-hour flight from California, so it's not like it's next door. But, it's like if you're going to Disney, some people are going 2, 3, 10 times a year. Hawaii is not something you can literally just jump into. Like one of the great things about DVC is that, you're a DVC member, you'll sit there, it's the end of the year, you're like, oh, I've got 40 extra points. I'll zip over to Vero Beach for a couple nights and enjoy that. Or
Animal Kingdom.
I'll go to Animal Kingdom. I'll do this. Nobody sits there and goes, hey, I got 40 extra points. Let me zip over to Hawaii. So it's a tougher sell for people. And again, I've seen pictures of it. I've seen videos of it. It's absolutely beautiful looking. I think they've done a wonderful job. But I would not want to make that my home resort. And I mean, truthfully, it's
the direct price. I mean, don't you think that's just way too high?
Direct price is way too high. The resale market, it's a very good deal right now.
I mean, it's the resale price on Aulani is pretty much. I mean, again, if you take out outliers, it's pretty much been around the same price for a long time. Say between 95 and 110 a point, in that range. Majority of properties have sold for, now, recently, years ago. Yeah. But the direct price is, I don't even know, is it 225 or
that or more?
Or 240? I don't know.
But it's a good amount less than half.
Yeah, it's too high.
I agree.
I don't understand. You can't sell it.
So you keep raising the price every year.
Why do you have the price needs to be 160?
Yeah.
And the resort needs to sell out. To me, you're Vero Beach is a very laid back atmosphere. They don't really there's really nothing going on at Vero Beach distinguished between what members can do and what non-members can do. But at Aulani, they put wristbands on you that says member or non-member. It's just sell the resort out already so we can stop with this nonsense.
I agree completely. Did you have any interest in going to Hawaii?
I did. I bought an Aulani subsidized deed.
Really?
Yeah.
Subsidized. Very hard to get.
Yeah. So I had that. And then I was like, we can go to Aulani. But then I joined the Aulani groups and then I got scared off because it's it sounds like there's a little issue with, towels on the chairs.
I have heard that.
I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of, you got this wristband, that wristband, you can do this, you can't do that.
You're allowed to meet this character, but you're not because it's really the only resort that has that sort of hierarchy.
So I really am waiting for the resort to sell out so all that nonsense can go away, because once it sells out, they're not going to care. And then everybody can just be one happy resort. But it just seems like it's never going to sell.
I honestly forget that it's not sold out, because they're always pushing the newer stuff. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, the Aulani's still around and not being sold because they're not actively pushing it. They're pushing all their newest stuff. They're not pushing Hawaii.
I mean, they must. I will say that if you go back to the 90s, the first few people that told me I needed to work for DVC, one of the persons is now the sales manager at Aulani, and I want to be like, hey, can you get this resort? I don't know if he's stretching it out so he keeps his job there. I don't know, but it's can you just sell this? He's there. They must have sales guys there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the sales guys are just coming in and then they're just okay, here, we'll sell you Riviera.
They're all laid back. They're on Hawaii time. They're all busy surfing. Hey man, you want to buy here? No, it's okay. Go enjoy the beach.
But if somebody looks just opens up their laptop and does Google searches, I don't understand how they can justify selling their direct price.
Yeah.
Are they saying, well, you get this nice wristband? I just wish the resort.
That's expensive wristband.
Yeah. So then again, not that we just keep talking about Hawaii, but it's like, if you're going to, so then I'm like, okay, maybe if we go to Hawaii, we should just do a cruise. That way, you get to experience, more things. You don't have to worry about, all this stuff going on there. So I don't know. I don't know. And then of course some people from Florida, they say, they've been, but they're not going back. They say, it's not, so I don't,
One of my main things was that as you know, I take a lot of cruises, and I've been down to the islands a lot. Whether it's the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, like I've done a lot of island stuff. And I'm going, like Hawaii is really far away. I'm sure it's beautiful beaches, palm trees. I'm sure it's gorgeous. But I'm like, we live in Florida. An hour and a half, I could be in the Bahamas, go to St. Martin or St. Thomas, St. Kitts. Like there's lots of beautiful islands here that are not a 12-hour flight. They're going to be a lot less expensive. I'm like, is it really worth going to Hawaii?
Exactly. I think that's the...
I'm going to do that at some point, just so I could say, like, knock it off the bucket list. Checked off. I went to Hawaii. I'm sure it's beautiful, but just right now I'm going. This stuff that's so much closer. Again, I do these cruises and I stop at 5 different islands, and they're all beautiful, and they all have beautiful beaches. And like, I don't know if I need to do a 12+ hour flight to Hawaii.
Plus the cost of the flight.
Plus, expensive flights too. So,
yeah, those are all things I think that every Floridian really has to, go through if they decide they're going to go to Aulani or Hawaii.
Because I want palm trees. I literally have palm trees growing in my lawn.
Right.
We've got palm trees here. We've got beautiful beaches here. Not that I would know because I don't go to them. But we got beautiful beaches in Florida too. Like I could drive to the Gulf and be on crystal clear water beaches in an hour and a half. Do I want to take the 12-hour flight to Hawaii? One day I'll do it.
All right. On that note, we will see you next week, and Scott will improve his Hawaii lingo.
I can't wait to find out what I'm talking about next week. We'll see. Have a great day.